Hi, I'm Sabrina. Welcome to my channel. So with the upcoming Valentine's Day, I thought I'd teach you guys how to make some heart-shaped red velvet cheesecake brownies. So this delicious treat will have two layers. Your first layer will be your red velvet brownie, and your second layer will be your cheesecake layer. So the ingredients you will be needing are 1½ cup plus 1/8 of a cup of all-purpose flour, 1 1/8 of a cup of sugar, 1½ tablespoon cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 1½ large eggs, half cup vegetable oil, 2 tablespoons milk, half a tablespoon vanilla extract, half a tablespoon of red food coloring, and finally 1 teaspoon of white vinegar for your red velvet brownies. Now for your cheesecake layer, you will be needing 1 package of cream cheese at room temperature, half of a 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 large egg, and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. What you want to first do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, you want to whisk in your flour, your sugar, your cocoa powder, your salt, and your baking powder. So you want to mix that in very nicely until it's combined. And once it's combined, you can just stop because you don't want to overmix all your ingredients. So once the dry ingredients are mixed and combined, it will start to look like this. It will look a little bit darker. So once you have your dry ingredients set aside, you will need another bowl to whisk together your eggs, your vegetable oil, and only 1 tablespoon of your milk, so only half of what you have measured, your vanilla, your red food coloring, and your vinegar. So once you have prepared your wet ingredients and your dry ingredients, you want to combine the two together and make sure that they are well combined. And you just want to mix them together until they become a very sticky and thick mixture. So once you mix these together, they will actually seem really thick and kind of like a dough, which is fine because that is what you want. So now that you have your wet and dry ingredients mixed together, this is what it will look like. It'll be really thick and very heavy. So what you want to do is get another bowl and split your mixture in half. Just scoop it out and just put another bowl. So with the remaining milk that you have from the previous steps, you will pour that in and mix it. So this is what the other half of the mixture will look like after you add the remaining amount of milk. It will be a lot thinner, and this is what you will be using for the marbled effect on the cheesecake. So now I have this pan greased with unsalted butter, and what you're going to do with this pan is add the other half of your brownie mixture, which is the thicker one, and you're going to spread it down to the bottom of the pan so that it will be your brownie base. So now that we have the bottom of our pan filled with the brownie mixture, we can now move on to the cheesecake layer. So now onto our cheesecake layer, you will be needing your cream cheese and your sugar and put into the mixture, and you're going to mix it for around 2 minutes. On. medium speed. So now that the cream cheese and sugar has been mixed for 2 minutes, you will be able to see that the mixture is a lot thinner than before, and occasionally you will be needing to stop to scrape down the bowl. So now that it's done mixing for the 2 minutes, you will need to add in your egg. And your vanilla. And you can continue mixing that on medium speed for another minute. So now with your cheesecake layer done, what you want to do is pour that mixture into your prepared brownie base and make sure it spreads properly. So now that you have your cheesecake layer onto the pan, what you're going to do is scoop spoonfuls of your remaining red velvet mixture onto the cheesecake. And you're just going to place it in different sections of the cheesecake. And this doesn't have to look perfect because later you will be dragging a knife across to make it look marbled. So now you can drag your knife across the cheesecake. Make sure you don't touch the bottom or you're going to scrape parts of your brownie, which is not what you want. This is really up to your preference. You can swirl it until the design you like, or just however you like it. So now you're ready to put it into the oven. So now that your cheesecake is put into the oven, you want to cook it for 30 minutes or until your cheesecake no longer jiggles. So what I like to do is cook it for 15 minutes, turn it around, and then put it back in. If you're like me and you have a lot of brownie mixture left over, don't waste it. You can always just scoop them into muffin tins and just eat them as brownie cups. So now that you have your muffin tins filled, you can bake them with the cheesecake right now, or you can wait until the cheesecakes are done and take them out and then put this in. You will only need to bake this for about 30 minutes as well. So after the 15-minute interval, you can see that the cheesecake is still actually kind of jiggly. It's not completely done. So what you want to do is just turn it around and cook it for another 15 minutes. And now that you've taken out your cheesecake brownies out of the oven, you will need to let it cool down for about half an hour to an hour until it's just not hot anymore. So now that we have our cheesecake brownie chilled, we can actually start cutting them into hearts. So right here I have 2 heart-shaped cookie cutters, but I personally prefer the smaller ones because you can eat more basically. So what you want to do is just cut them as closely to the edge so you can bake more, and you just want to press it down very deeply. Just press it in. So this is how your final red velvet cheesecake brownie bites will look like. So if you look closely, they're actually really cute and totally perfect for Valentine's Day. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel. If you want to follow me on other social networking sites, you can find me in the links down below. Thanks for watching. Bye! Are you starting?
I started like...
Please tell me you press the button.
What?
Did you press the button?